a bike and a drum nerd, this idea was a pretty good one. I've done pool noodle style muffling ring, but that required brackets, and it worked really well, but the brackets would probably cost more than anything else. This is relatively inexpensive, and it's really easy. I would advise you don't overinflate the tube for the shell's sake. This is just something I came up with recently, so I haven't tried it out for that long. And I could see there being drawbacks, like say if you were touring and there are altitude differences causing it to inflate and deflate. But it works really well. It puts pressure up against the front head, which is the whole point of it, and it hopefully stays in place. I'll have to try it out and let you all know. And of course, you guys try it out too. That's the whole reason I'm posting this, is to share my ideas. This being a 20-inch kick drum, I used a 20-inch tube. Adjust it to where you're just barely getting some tension up against the head, and a porthole would help. So you can push it up against there and then add more air to it for more dampening or whatever. The best part about this whole thing is you can use kick heads that people usually don't want. New old stock pinstripes, ambassadors, Evans G1s, G2s, stuff that doesn't have built-in muffling. And I think this would work probably better than what you get with a Power Stroke 3 or an EMAD or any of that. Another benefit to this is that it still leaves the shell open. There's very little covering the shell like you would get with a pillow or a sledge pad. And this would look a lot better in acrylic drums, which then gets to my point about how much pressure you put in the tube. So who knows how well acrylics would hold up to that. But I like the minimalist route, and you can literally say there's air inside of your kick drum. For resonant heads, this is especially great, because sometimes resonants just have a little bit too much ring to them. So put this up against to it and problem solved. I'm really curious to hear feedback for those of you who try this, because that's the most satisfying part about coming up with a cool idea, is sharing it with everybody. The music provided for this video is of my own composition, and I call it Life Cycle. Check out my other YouTube channel, WebNstyne, where I do video game remixes. Try to keep them as original as possible, but I change all the instruments to sound like modern rock. Please check it out and enjoy.